What is going on, world? I'm Wesley from A Connection TV, the network, the one channel on YouTube, where we actually adopt similar connections despite our differences. And the Ask God for this particular video is for the appreciation of Bye Bye Love, the challenge, the second to last episode, because we are at the finale. Now, where we left off, Sarah had made this huge announcement that apparently Jordan did not want her to do, but she made this huge announcement that we're gonna put Bananas and Nani in elimination, in the challenge dome elimination, whatever, with Leroy and Nia. Now, this is not gonna be a formal review because a lot happened, but really not much happened. And what I mean by that is, the whole episode was Bananas and Nani and Nia being mad at Sarah and Jordan. The only person that should have been mad was Bananas and Nani. I don't understand why Nia was mad. I don't understand why Nia was mad. I can't understand it. I don't get it. Nia, help me understand. Why were you mad? Why? You had just got finished arguing with Nani, calling her a slut and a cocksucker and all this shit, and how much you hated her and all this, and you're gonna get rid of her in the eliminations and da 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 da, and this, that, and the third, and that, and this, and da 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 da. Then you had to make believe apologize to the chick. So now you're mad. Why? Why? Just beat them again. You don't really even like Nani. So I couldn't understand why Nia was mad. Leroy doesn't have a mad bone in his body. Like, Leroy is like, it's just the game. When the Bananas and when Bananas have put Leroy upset, I don't care if you put Leroy in, that's what you do what you do. Leroy was like, whatever, it's the game, I don't care. Nia wanted to cuss out the whole world. And now Nia wants to cuss out Sarah and Jordan. I don't understand Nia. Cause somebody make me understand why Nia was upset. Now, Bananas and Nani, they have every right to be upset. Because in their mind, they were going to the finals, point blank into the period. They had established this agreement, and that's what's going to happen. And Jay and Jenna are going to be the layup to go against Leroy and Nia, so that the three powerhouse teams can challenge each other in the final. At the end of the day, that does not make any fucking sense whatsoever. I'm going to put the rookies in the final because they have never seen a final before. So that gives me more of an opportunity to win $125,000. So that's what the fuck I'm going to do. Everybody wants to put the most powerful team at the end. That shit makes no fucking sense to me. Do whatever you want because y'all think y'all are vets and y'all are own rights. Y'all own rights to the fucking finale. Fuck out of here. If that was the case, Jay and Jenna would have never won Power Couple, and they would have never been put in a position to be in the motherfucking finals. Never. Ever, 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 ever. So I don't care that Jay and Jenna are rookies. Like, their mindset was all crazed and fucked up. Like, it really was. At the end of the day, the only time that I felt that Sarah and Jordan played themselves was against when they put Leroy and Nia up, when Bananas and Nani came back and shouldn't have fucking won. And y'all, I mean, we already know why they did it. Y'all explained why they did it. But that was the only time the shit was fucked up to me, because at the end of the day, it shouldn't have fucking happened. Bananas and Nani shouldn't have carried their asses back, and that should have been it. They should have been going when they was out, they should have been going. My arms and chest looking a little... I gotta carry my ass to the gym. I gotta go back to the gym. That's all choking there, baby. That's so Sarah's feeling all upset and all mad that everybody's mad at her, and she's crying and shit, and she can't give it. She can't, whatever. And You know, Nani's upset, Naya's berating them and all this, calling her fat and all this extra shit. And I'm like, Naya, you're doing all this for what, girl? At the end of the day, they're going to the finals. You're wasting energy and you're giving off negative energy for what? For what? Like, and this is Leroy telling her, like, what is all this for? Like, shut the fuck up, you're pissing me off. Like, come on, I have the right to be mad. Okay, be mad, but you're doing, what is all that going to prove? Nothing. Naya, nothing. But you know, Naya's the hurricane. She's a hothead. You can't tell her any goddamn thing. She's going to do what she want to do. So, they get the tickets. They go to Norway. 18 hours on a plane for your ass to be sent back home. That's fucked up. I don't care. A couple days in Norway and then we get the elimination. Fuck all of that. I don't care. A couple days. I don't care about Norway like that. I can go to Vegas and go to not Vegas. That's not what I meant. But y'all know what I'm saying. There are places in the U.S. that can give me a Norway vibe. So why I'm worried about going to Norway, spending 18 hours on a motherfucking plane, only to be potentially sent home. Fuck out of here for all that. So, you know, I wasn't here for, don't do that to me. But they in Norway. Norway is beautiful. And then, you know, as opposed to appreciating this one level floor, they got the whole floor apparently to themselves. So says Jay, the suite is magnificent. So instead of appreciating that, you know, they want to mock Sarah and Jordan. You know, Sarah's appreciating the wine. Oh, this wine is so good. This food is so good. Bananas can't listen to it. He's ready to go. The next day, they toured Norway. They can't tour Norway. They divided. The house is divided. Is 8. It's 4 against 4. It's split down the middle. Jay and Jenna don't care about this dumb shit. They going to the finals. They don't care. And Sarah and Jordan are like, whatever. But, you know, everybody's pissed. So then Naya takes it upon herself. Because Naya and everybody, the 4 of them are talking about Sarah and Jordan in the other room. Jordan is like, okay, enough. I heard enough. And he says the truth. He says, if you wouldn't have quit, your ass wouldn't be in the position that you're in. So anybody that quits can't even talk shit. And I was like, okay, that's true. But, you know, Naya trying to save face. She's like, I don't care. I can say whatever I want to say. And this is what I'm going to say. And you're going to listen. And she comes in. Before that, she called Jordan a pussy and said, you're a pussy. And this is why you're a pussy. And pulls down his pants. I'm like, okay. All right. And everybody, I already know what happens in the finals, but I'm doing these reviews for the people that don't read the bitch ass people comments. This is one, never mind, I'm not even going to give that person the time of day because that person has no life whatsoever. But anyways, we already know what happens. Y'all have told me like multiple times. I don't really care about all of that. I still want to watch for my own eyes. But I'm waiting for this sexual assault to happen and to occur. I'm thinking Jordan was asleep and Naya starts sucking his dick or something in the bed. When you say sexual assault, I'm like, okay. Like, he was just standing there and then all of a sudden she punched him in the nuts. Like, you say sexual assault. Okay, so she stuck a pool table up his anus. Like, when I think sexual assault, I'm like, okay, why this sick motherfucker is on the show? She's sexually assaulting people. But what Naya did to Jordan was not a sexual assault. Like when you say assault, I think like battered and bruised. Like you can say she crossed the line and shouldn't have touched him. But these motherfuckers are saying sexual assault. Fuck out of here. That was not sexual assault. Oh my God. So apparently Naya know that Jordan gets down with the get down. Apparently Jordan's bisexual. Whatever. I don't care who he fucks and who he tries to fuck or whatever. I don't care about all that. And Jordan's like, no, I'm only that way on Tuesdays or some shit. And Naya's like, I know you're I know you're an F word. I know you're an F word. I know you're an F word. And I'm like, Nia, really? Girl, really, Nia? Come on, son, really? Like, all that is unnecessary. What the fuck is you talking about? Like, what? Because that's actually one of the one words that I just don't, I mean, faggot is a bundle of sticks, but I still don't, it just, no, I just don't, So Nia crossed, that's the line she crossed, honestly, I think. Going like this on his penis, that ain't, that's not sexual assault, but I mean, if he were to do that on his vagina, it would have been a whole problem. So I'm not saying that there should be a double standard with females and males. At the end of the day, if you feel disrespected, you feel disrespected. That's fine. Because we all know if he would have did that to his vagina, it would have been the whole world would have fucking exploded. But she did like this on the penis. And I mean, everybody's like, oh my God. I'm like, come on. Like, y'all doing worse. Like, fuck out of here. But to avoid the whole double standard issue, MTV had to get rid of Nia. They get rid of Nia. TJ come in like, Nia, pack your bags, let's go. You gotta go. And everybody's like all shocked and shit, all shocked. Sarah and Jordan acting like they care about where she went. Y'all don't give a damn about where she went. Come on, let's be real. So, whatever the case may be, you know, excuse me. They all are like lost in translation. And, you know, Leroy is worried because he's like, I came all the way over here, and now I'm about to potentially lose this money. I don't want to lose this motherfucking money. So, Nani and Jenna like, I don't know what y'all talking about. We about to have a good time. Turn up. So they end up drinking, and then all of a sudden, they get tied to each other, and Nia about to fall in the lake, and Jay's having both the girls get home. Both of them girls had on thongs. Can a female tell me, what does the thong do for you? Is it really comfortable to have a string in between your booty cheeks? What does a thong do for you? Because a lot of women wear thongs. I want to know if it's comfortable. That's all. That's what I want to know. Is it comfortable? That's it. I don't know. But Nani wakes up like nothing's wrong. After crawling on the floor and about to fall in the lake and all that shit, she was drunk boots. She wakes up like everything's fine, and she don't understand why Bananas is talking to her. She's cool. I'm like, okay. She must have took that BC powder. That's what I took. When I took that BC powder, I woke up, I was fine. But we get past that or whatever, and what happened? Teresa comes in. You know, they go to the challenge or whatever, the elimination round. Teresa comes in. And, you know, they giving her all these accolades like Teresa is a racehorse, and Teresa is physically fit, and Teresa is the boss, and Teresa this, Teresa that, Teresa this, and Teresa that. And I'm thinking to myself, I'm like, I don't really remember her being that much of a boss. Like, yeah, she never had to deal with any elimination rounds, but I don't know. I don't remember her being that physically fit and ready to suit up. I don't know. But I'm not knocking her. And the only reason why I didn't really care for her and her was her teammate Wes. Wes was doing all sorts of sneaky conniving shit, you know. But, you know, Teresa never made it to a final, and she's always been trying to get to a final like Sarah. So I'm like, okay, cool. And her and Leroy had exchanged lips and arguments and all that. They was exes before. So I'm like, all right, cool. My boy Leroy's still in the game. My boy Leroy's still in the game. Nia fucked herself over. She fucked herself over. But my boy Leroy's still in the game. That's great. So Leroy and Teresa bang out on Bananas and Nani. Like it ain't nothing but a chicken wing. Oh, but no, not really. Because Bananas gave Leroy a run for his money, but Leroy won. That was it. That's all that matters. And Teresa and Nani, now this shit should have been hot like motherfucking fire grease. But it wasn't. Well, yeah, it was. Teresa started kicking Nani in the face and stepping on her face and shit. And I'm like, ooh, Teresa, you got that in you, girl. She did grab Nia up a little bit. She elevated Nia ass off the ground trying to hold her from going to the other side. So I'm like, okay, Teresa got some arms. Teresa got some arms. Okay. Okay, so we doing this. But yeah, Leroy and Teresa won, so I was elated and excited about that. And sent Bananas and Nani asses home. Now, Bananas and Nani should have never been in the motherfucking equation. But my thing is, I don't understand why everybody was so pissed and shocked at Sarah's decision. Everybody has played someone or someone that they said they weren't going to play one way or another in all of these challenges. So my thing is, why was it such a shocker for Sarah to put... I just couldn't understand. I can understand why they were so flabbergasted. Like they've never... Like Bananas has never done anybody wrong in any of these challenges. That's my thing. I just don't... I'm like... I'm trying to remember. Because I just don't... I don't know. Anyways, Sarah made a conscious decision. I'm glad she made that decision. And so we get into the elimination. We get into the final finale. But before that, I didn't like how... Well, I liked how Jay stuck up for himself. But Bananas... Well, you can't fight. But see, Bananas ain't going to be talking to me. Bananas ain't going to be talking to me no old sort of way because I'm a rookie and he a vet. His old ass is still in the game. Fuck out of here. Fuck out of here. I'm kicking the camera and shit. Fuck out of here. But anyways, let me know what y'all thought about this challenge. First of all, Sarah was not wrong. Nia, I don't know why you're using the F-bomb like that towards Jordan. Maybe because you have hate towards Jordan, but still, that's not cute, Nia. And Nia only tapped on the boy thing. I mean, come on. But if he would have touched the pussy, it would have been a problem, so I get it. But I don't know. I'm just happy Leroy is still in the game. And I'm happy that Sarah is in the game. And I don't have any problems with Teresa. And I don't have any problems with Jordan. It's sometimes the way that he plays the game is a bit off. But anyways, it would have been cool to see Nia at the end. Because Nia got all that mouth. She should have used that to get a victory. If she would have secured a victory, all of that mouth would have been for naught. And her winning the money would have been where it needed to be. But, you know, Nia, she fast. And she kicked her own ass out. But and I'm glad that Jay and Jenna are there. So I'm excited. I really am. Yeah, it really looks like this whole challenge took a toll on Sarah because she retiring. Child, bye girl. If you ain't got the stomach for it, don't eat the food. I'm Wesley from AK Nation TV. Deuces.